Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Daily.
Hi, everyone. We are very happy to see you here today.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anna, and I'm here with Mike. And before we start teaching anything today, I just want to ask you, Mike, how are you really doing? Not the short answer, the real one.
Oh, okay. The real one. Honestly, I'm a little frustrated. Not angry, not sad. Just that feeling where you know something inside you, but you can't express it properly.
That's a very honest place to start. What happened?
Last weekend, I went out with some friends. We watched this live show downtown. Music, people, energy, the whole thing. And I enjoyed it so much. Like my heart was racing. I was smiling the whole time. I felt alive. And then the next day, someone asked me, "How was it?" And I said, "It was good."
Just good.
Yeah. And the moment I said it, I felt something sink inside me. Because good was not what I felt. Good was too small, too weak. It didn't match the feeling at all.
I know that feeling so well. It's like your emotions are loud, but your English is whispering.
That's exactly it. And the worst part, I couldn't fix it in the moment. I just stood there thinking, why do I always say good? Why is that the only word my brain gives me?
And that moment right there is why today's conversation matters so much. Because a lot of English learners don't lack feelings. They lack the words to carry those feelings.
Yes, I feel things strongly. I just describe them weakly.
And you're not alone. Many learners stay in what I call the safe zone. Words like good, bad, very good, very bad. They're safe, they're correct, but they're flat.
Flat is the perfect word. It's like telling someone a colorful story in black and white.
Exactly. And today, we're going to add color. We're going to talk about extreme adjectives. These are words that already carry emotion inside them.
Strong words sounds a little scary.
They sound scary, but they're actually very natural. Native speakers use them all the time without thinking. And the good news is, once you learn them, you don't need long sentences. One strong word can do a lot of work.
That already makes me feel hopeful.
Good. And let me slow this down for our listeners. An adjective is a word that describes something. A normal adjective might be good, bad, big, small, happy, tired. An extreme adjective takes that idea and pushes it to the edge.
So it's like turning up the volume.
Exactly. Not changing the music, just turning it louder. And when you do that, people feel what you're saying, not just understand it.
That's what I want. I don't want people to just understand me. I want them to feel what I felt.
And that's what fluent English sounds like. Not perfect grammar, clear emotion.
Wow, that already changes how I think about fluency.
Good, because today isn't about sounding fancy, it's about sounding real. And we'll move slowly. We'll explain, repeat, and practice together.
Thank you for that, because my brain needs repetition.
That's normal. Learning happens through repetition. And by the end of this episode, you won't be stuck with good anymore.
I really hope so, because I'm tired of my English feeling smaller than my feelings.
So let's pick up right where we left off. Mike, you said something important earlier. You said your feelings were loud, but your English was quiet. That's a very powerful way to describe the problem.
It really feels like that. Inside, everything is big. Outside, my words feel small and simple.
And that's often because learners rely on what I call safe adjectives, words that are correct but not expressive. Let's start with the most common one, good.
Ah, yes, my favorite and my enemy.
Exactly. Now, listen carefully, especially if you're learning English. The word good is not wrong, it's a normal adjective. We use it when something is okay or nice. But when something creates a strong feeling, good is usually not enough.
That makes sense, because when I said the show was good, the person listening didn't react much.
Right, because good doesn't invite emotion. It doesn't create an image in the listener's mind. Now, let me explain this slowly. An extreme adjective is a word that already includes very inside it.
So it's already strong by itself.
Yes. For example, instead of saying very good, we can use a word like amazing.
Amazing. I know this word, but I forget to use it when I'm speaking.
That's very common. Amazing means something is so good that it surprises you. You don't expect it to be that good. When you say amazing, people immediately feel excitement.
Let me try. The show was amazing.
Hear the difference? Now the sentence has energy. Let's add another one. Incredible.
Incredible sounds even bigger.
It does. Incredible means so good that it's hard to believe. Like your brain says, wait, is this real?
Oh, I like that explanation. So if something almost feels unreal, I can say incredible.
Exactly. And I want to pause here for our listeners because this is important. You don't need to memorize long lists. You need to connect the word to a feeling.
That helps a lot. When I connect words to feelings, they stay in my head longer.
Good. Now let me give you another one. Fantastic. This word means extremely good. It's enthusiastic, positive, and very common in spoken English.
Fantastic. The show was fantastic.
That already sounds like you enjoyed it a lot. And here's another one. Wonderful. This one is softer, but still strong. It means something made you feel happy, warm, or joyful.
So wonderful is emotional but not loud.
Exactly. It's gentle happiness. Now, let me support our ESL listeners for a moment. If you're listening and thinking, how do I choose the right word? Here's a simple guide. Ask yourself, how strong was the feeling?
If it was big, I choose a stronger word.
Yes, and you don't need to be perfect. Even choosing one extreme adjective already improves your English a lot.
I feel like this is something I can actually use today.
That's the goal. And before we move on, I want to involve everyone listening because practice matters. Quick question for you listening right now. Think about something you enjoyed recently. Was it a movie, food, a trip, or a moment with someone? How would you describe it without using the word good? Write your sentence in the comments using a strong adjective like amazing, incredible, fantastic, or wonderful. We really want to see your answers.
Oh, that's a good challenge. I like that you're forcing people to think differently.
Exactly, because learning happens when you pause and choose your words. Now, Mike, how do you feel using these words out loud?
Honestly, a little nervous, but also excited. It feels like my English is finally matching my feelings a bit more.
All right, let's keep going. Mike, you've already used a few stronger words, and I can hear the difference in your voice. It sounds more alive.
Really? Because inside I still feel like I'm choosing words very carefully, like I'm walking slowly.
That's normal. When you're learning, speaking slowly means you're thinking, and thinking is good. Fluency doesn't mean fast, it means clear.
That actually makes me feel better. I always thought fluent speakers speak quickly.
Many learners think that, but it's not true. Fluent speakers choose words that match their meaning. Speed comes later. Now, let's add more tools to your toolbox.
Okay, I'm ready. My toolbox needs help.
Let's talk about outstanding. This is a very useful word. Outstanding means something stands out from everything else. It's not just good, it's better than the rest.
So it's like the best in the group?
Exactly. For example, you could say, her performance was outstanding. That tells us it was clearly better than others.
Let me try. The singer's voice was outstanding.
That sounds very natural. Now, another word that learners hear a lot, especially in British English, is brilliant.
I've heard that. People say it all the time in shows.
Yes, brilliant means very good, very clever, or very impressive. It's friendly, positive, and very conversational.
So I could say, that was a brilliant idea.
Perfect. And notice something important for our listeners. These words are not formal grammar words. They're everyday spoken English.
That's interesting because they sound strong but also normal.
Exactly. Strong doesn't mean unnatural. Now, let me slow down and explain something important. When you use extreme adjectives, your tone matters.
Tone, like my voice?
Yes, your voice, your face, your energy. If you say something was brilliant, but your voice is flat, people get confused.
So the word and the feeling have to match.
Right. Language is not just words, it's emotion plus words. That's why we're practicing out loud.
Can I be honest?
Always.
I always feel like my emotion comes slower than the words.
That's because you've used them thousands of times. For you, emotion comes first, then the word. With practice, they'll arrive together.
That gives me hope, honestly.
Good. Now, let's do something practical. I'm going to describe a situation, and I want you to react naturally, no pressure.
Okay, I'll try not to panic.
Imagine you went to a small cafe. You didn't expect much, but the coffee was rich, warm, and comforting. The place felt cozy. How would you describe it?
I'd say the cafe was wonderful. The coffee was fantastic.
That's great. And notice how you didn't need a long explanation. 2 strong adjectives did the job.
Yeah, it feels simpler but also stronger.
Exactly. This is very important for ESL learners. You don't need more words, you need better words.
That sentence should be written on a wall somewhere.
Maybe one day. Now, one more thing before we move on. Don't worry about using the perfect adjective every time.
Really? Even if I choose the wrong one?
Yes, communication is about being understood, not being perfect. If you say amazing instead of fantastic, no one will stop you.
That takes a lot of pressure off.
Good. Pressure blocks learning. Comfort allows it. And as you listen more, read more, and practice more, your choices will improve naturally.
I can already feel my confidence growing a little.
That's exactly what we want. Strong words, stronger confidence.
I like where this is going.
Let's shift the energy a little, because life isn't only beautiful cafes and brilliant ideas. Sometimes things are bad, really bad, and learners also struggle to describe negative experiences.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with bad, very bad, really bad, super bad.
And again, those are correct, but they're weak. They don't carry the feeling. So let's start with a strong one. Terrible.
Terrible sounds heavy.
It is heavy. Terrible means extremely bad, not just unpleasant, not just disappointing. It means something went seriously wrong. For ESL learners, think of terrible as emotional pain plus disappointment.
That's a strong definition.
Because the word is strong. For example, the weather was terrible. That doesn't mean a little rain. It means uncomfortable, stressful, unpleasant.
Let me try. The traffic was terrible this morning.
That sounds natural. Now, another one. Awful.
Awful feels similar.
It is similar. Awful means very bad and unpleasant, but it's more everyday than terrible. People use awful a lot in daily conversation.
So terrible feels heavier, awful feels more casual.
Exactly. For example, the service at that restaurant was awful. That's very natural English.
I can hear people saying that.
Now, let's go even stronger. Horrible.
That one feels intense.
It is. Horrible means something makes you feel disgust, fear, or strong discomfort. It's emotional, not just logical.
So if something makes me feel sick inside, I can say horrible.
Yes, and another one that's similar is dreadful. Dreadful means extremely bad, but also stressful and unpleasant.
Dreadful sounds old-fashioned but serious.
It is serious, but still used, especially in British English. And now I want to pause and support our ESL listeners again. These words are not interchangeable in every situation, but they all live in the same emotional family.
Meaning they all express strong negativity.
Yes, and choosing any one of them already improves your English. You don't have to be perfect.
That's reassuring.
Let's connect this to real life. Think about a bad experience you've had. Not small bad, big bad.
Oh, I already have one in my head.
Go ahead.
Last year, I had to deal with a company that lost my documents. They didn't answer emails, they didn't help, they didn't care. The whole experience was awful. Honestly, it was dreadful.
That's a perfect use. And I can hear the frustration in your voice. That's what these words are for. Language should carry emotion.
It feels good to finally have words that match that feeling.
And that's very important for mental expression, too. When you can name your emotions and experiences properly, you feel understood.
That's deeper than just vocabulary.
Language is always deeper than vocabulary. It's identity, emotion, connection. Now, let me give our learners a simple rule of feeling.
A rule of feeling.
Yes, if something makes you uncomfortable, stressed, angry, or disappointed in a strong way, don't stay in weak words. Choose a strong word.
So don't hide big feelings behind small words.
Exactly, because that creates emotional distance. Strong words create clarity.
I never thought about English like this before. I always thought it was about grammar.
Grammar is structure. Vocabulary is expression. Emotion lives in vocabulary.
That sentence hits hard.
Good, because this lesson isn't about memorizing lists. It's about learning how to express your real experiences.
And honestly, I already feel more confident talking about bad experiences too, not just good ones.
Let's shift gears a little, Mike, because strong adjectives are not only about feelings or opinions. We also use them to describe size, and this is something learners struggle with a lot.
Oh yes, I always say very big or very small. Always.
You're not alone. Many learners do that. And again, it's not wrong, but it's limited. When something is very big, we usually don't say very big in natural English. We choose a stronger word.
Okay, I'm listening carefully.
Let's start with huge. Huge means very big in size. It's one of the most common extreme adjectives.
Huge. Like, that building is huge.
Perfect. Now notice how your sentence feels more visual. People can almost see the building.
Yeah, huge feels more physical.
Exactly. Now another word is enormous. Enormous also means extremely large, but it often sounds a bit more descriptive and dramatic.
Enormous. The stadium was enormous.
That's a great example. Now let's add massive.
Massive sounds powerful.
It does. Massive often suggests weight or impact, not just size. For example, there was a massive crowd.
Oh, that feels familiar. A massive crowd means lots of people, energy, noise.
Yes, and for ESL learners, here's something helpful. These words are not interchangeable all the time, but don't stress too much. Native speakers mix them freely in conversation.
That's comforting. I always worry about choosing the wrong one.
Choosing a strong word is better than choosing a weak one. Now, let's go to the other side. What about very small?
I know this one. Tiny.
Yes, tiny is very common and very natural. The apartment was tiny. Simple and clear.
Tiny sounds almost cute.
It often does. Now, there's another word, but I want to explain it carefully. Minuscule.
That sounds advanced.
It is a bit advanced, and you don't need it every day. Minuscule means extremely small, almost too small to notice.
So I shouldn't force it.
Exactly. Use it when you hear it and feel comfortable. For most situations, tiny is perfect.
I like that approach. Practical, not stressful.
Good. And here's something important for learners. When you use size adjectives, you're helping your listener imagine the scene.
So it's storytelling, not just description.
Yes, and storytelling is what makes conversation interesting, not perfect grammar, clear images.
I never thought about size words that way.
That's why we're talking about them slowly. Language is not just vocabulary lists, it's meaning plus feeling.
I feel like my sentences are starting to have pictures inside them.
Now, Mike, I want to talk about something that everyone cares about, food. Because if there's one place where boring adjectives really fail us, it's food.
Oh, absolutely. I always say the food was good or not good. That's it. My food vocabulary is very sad.
And that's very common. But food is emotional. It's connected to comfort, memory, happiness, disappointment. So we need words that match those feelings.
I'm already hungry, so this is dangerous.
That's fine. Hunger helps learning. Now, listen carefully. When food tastes really good, we usually don't say good or tasty. The most common word is delicious.
Delicious. I know that one.
Good. Delicious means the taste is very enjoyable. It makes you feel happy while eating it.
Let me try. The pasta was delicious.
Perfect. Simple sentence, strong feeling. Now, let's go one level deeper. Sometimes food is not just delicious. Sometimes it's so good that even thinking about it affects your body.
That sounds serious.
It is. That word is mouth-watering.
Mouth-watering. I've heard it, but I never fully understood it.
Let me explain slowly for our listeners. Mouth-watering means the food is so appealing that your mouth produces saliva, your body reacts.
Oh, like when I smell fresh bread and suddenly I'm starving.
Exactly. That smell is mouth-watering. So you could say the smell of the bread was mouth-watering.
I love that word. It feels very alive.
It is. Now, not all food experiences are positive, let's be honest.
Sadly, yes.
When food tastes very bad, we don't say very bad. We use stronger words. One very common one is disgusting.
Disgusting sounds strong.
It is strong. Disgusting means the food makes you feel sick or uncomfortable. You don't want to eat it.
So I could say the soup was disgusting.
Yes, and people will immediately understand that it was really bad. Now, there's also a more casual word, gross.
Gross. I hear that a lot.
Gross is informal, it's very common with friends, but not polite in formal situations.
So I shouldn't say gross at a business dinner.
Probably not. This is important for ESL learners. Language changes depending on situation. Same meaning, different level of politeness.
That's tricky, but useful.
It gets easier with exposure. Now, let's pause for a second. Notice something. All these food words are short, simple, but they carry a lot of emotion.
That's true. I don't need long explanations.
Exactly. And when you speak, this helps your listener feel your experience, not just understand it logically.
I feel like food is a great place to practice these words.
It really is. Everyone eats, everyone has opinions, and you can practice every day.
Breakfast tomorrow is getting a full description.
Good. Describe it honestly. And remember, it's okay to be expressive. That's not a mistake. That's communication.
I'm starting to enjoy using English more, not just studying it.
Now, Mike, we've talked about experiences, size, and food. Let's move into something even closer to us, emotions.
Oh, this one feels personal.
It is personal, and that's why many learners avoid emotional words. They stick to safe ones like happy, sad, tired, angry.
Guilty. Those are my go-to words.
And again, those words are not wrong, but they don't always show the full picture. Let's start with happy. When you're more than just happy, what do you usually feel?
Excited. Light. Like I want to tell someone.
Good. A very common word for that feeling is thrilled.
Thrilled. That sounds energetic.
It is. Thrilled means very happy and excited. For example, I'm thrilled about my new job.
Let me try. I was thrilled to see my family.
That sounds very natural. Now, there's another word that's similar but a bit calmer, delighted.
Delighted sounds polite.
It is a little more formal but still warm. Delighted means very pleased, like I was delighted to meet you.
I like that. It feels respectful.
Exactly. Now let's talk about tired. When you're really tired, what do you feel in your body?
Heavy, no energy, like I can't think straight.
That's exhausted. Exhausted means completely tired, no energy left.
After work yesterday, I was exhausted.
Perfect. Now let's move to anger. This one is important to handle carefully.
Yeah, anger words feel dangerous.
They can be, but they're also useful. When you're very angry, the word is furious.
Furious. That sounds intense.
It is intense. Furious means extremely angry. And again, tone matters. You can describe anger without shouting.
Like, my boss was furious.
Exactly. Now, surprise. When something surprises you a little, you're surprised. But when it shocks you, what do you feel?
My eyes open wide. I freeze for a second.
That's astonished or shocked. Astonished often feels positive or neutral. Shocked can be positive or negative.
I was astonished by how fast she learned.
That's a great sentence. Now, let me slow this down for our ESL listeners. Emotional words help people connect with you.
Because they show what's happening inside.
Yes, and connection is the heart of conversation. Grammar supports it, but emotion drives it.
I feel like I've been hiding my emotions behind simple words.
Many learners do, but you don't need to. English has space for your feelings.
That's comforting to hear.
Now, Mike, we need to talk about something very important. This is where many English learners make mistakes, even advanced ones.
Uh-oh, that sounds serious.
Don't worry, it's very fixable. It's about one small word that causes big problems, the word very.
Oh no, I use that all the time.
Most learners do, and again, very is not a bad word, it's useful, but it has limits. Let me explain this slowly for everyone listening.
Please do, because I feel confused already.
Okay, normal adjectives can use very. For example, very good, very bad, very tired. That's fine.
Right, that feels safe.
Yes, but extreme adjectives are different. They are already strong. They already include the idea of very inside them.
So they don't need help.
Exactly. For example, amazing already means very good. Exhausted already means very tired.
So saying very amazing is too much?
It's not natural. Native speakers don't say that. It sounds incorrect because you're doubling the strength.
That explains why some sentences sound strange when I say them.
Yes, so let's make this very clear for ESL learners. You do not use very with extreme adjectives.
Okay, no very with amazing, delicious, exhausted, huge.
Correct. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I really want to make it stronger?
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
There is a solution. Instead of very, you can use words like absolutely or completely.
Oh, I've heard that before, but I didn't know when to use them.
Let me give clear examples. You say, the show was absolutely amazing.
That sounds natural.
Or, I'm completely exhausted.
That also sounds right.
Absolutely and completely work well with extreme adjectives because they match the strength. Very does not.
This is starting to click now.
Good. And here's something important. Don't try to use these words in every sentence. Use them when the feeling is strong.
So it's about honesty again.
Yes, always honesty. Now, I want to reassure our listeners, making mistakes with this rule is normal.
That makes me feel better because I've definitely said very amazing before.
Many people have. Learning is about noticing and adjusting, not about being perfect.
I like that. It feels less scary.
Good. And one more tip. When you listen to English movies, shows, or podcasts, pay attention to how people use these words.
So I learn from real usage, not just rules.
Exactly. Your ear will help your brain. Over time, very amazing will start to sound wrong automatically.
I'm actually excited to listen more carefully now.
That's a great sign. Curiosity is a powerful teacher.
I feel like I understand my own mistakes better now, not just the correction.
Let's put everything together now, Mike. This is where learning really becomes real. We're going to practice, and I want you to speak naturally, not perfectly.
That already makes me nervous, but also kind of excited.
That's a good mix. Okay, imagine this situation. You watched a movie last night, you had high expectations, but it was a huge disappointment. The story didn't make sense, the acting felt weak. How would you talk about it?
Okay, I'd say the movie was terrible. The acting was awful, and honestly, I felt disappointed when it ended.
That sounded very natural. And notice, everyone listening, Mike didn't rush. He paused, chose his words, and the emotion came through.
It actually felt good saying it that way, like I was being honest.
Exactly. Now let's flip it. Imagine you went somewhere you didn't expect much from, but it surprised you in a good way.
Like a small place?
Yes, a small place. Maybe a cafe or a shop.
Okay. I'd say the place was tiny, but the atmosphere was wonderful. The coffee was absolutely delicious.
That was excellent. You used size, feeling, and food vocabulary in just 2 sentences.
I didn't even think about it. It just came out.
That's the goal. Now, let's talk about something many learners do naturally, even without realizing it: exaggeration.
Exaggeration, like making things sound bigger than they are?
Exactly. Let me explain this clearly for ESL listeners. To exaggerate means to describe something as stronger, bigger, or worse than it truly is, to express emotion.
Oh, like when I say I'm starving, but I just ate a few hours ago.
Perfect example. You're not actually starving, you're just very hungry. But exaggeration makes your speech more expressive.
So it's not lying, it's storytelling.
Exactly. And native speakers exaggerate all the time in casual conversation.
That makes me feel better, because I thought it was wrong.
It's not wrong in informal situations. For example, this bag weighs a ton. It doesn't really, but it feels heavy.
Or, I've told you 1,000 times.
Exactly. And extreme adjectives often work the same way. When you say something was amazing, you're emphasizing how strong the experience felt to you.
So emotion is more important than precision here.
Yes, but there is balance. In formal situations, like work emails or academic writing, you may want to tone it down.
Tone it down, meaning use softer language.
Correct. Instead of saying, "This report is dreadful," you could say, "This report needs improvement."
That sounds much safer.
Exactly. So here's the key lesson. Use strong, expressive language with friends, family, and in daily conversation. Be more neutral in formal settings.
I like that. It feels practical, not confusing.
Good. And remember, fluency isn't about sounding dramatic all the time. It's about choosing words that fit the situation.
I feel like I'm finally understanding how English works socially, not just grammatically.
That's a big step, and you're doing great.
Thanks. This practice actually makes me want to speak more, not less.
Before we finish today, I want to take a moment and bring everything together, because learning only sticks when you see the full picture. Mike, think about how you felt at the beginning of this episode.
Honestly, I felt limited, like my English was holding me back from being myself.
And how do you feel now?
Lighter, more confident. I feel like I have options now, like I don't have to reach for the same small words every time.
That's exactly the shift we want. For everyone listening, let me say this clearly and slowly. Strong English is not about sounding intelligent, it's about sounding human.
That really hits, because humans feel things deeply.
Yes, and your English should be able to carry those feelings. Today, you learned that instead of very good, you can say amazing, incredible, fantastic, wonderful, or brilliant.
And instead of very bad, we have terrible, awful, horrible, and dreadful.
For size, instead of very big, we use huge, enormous, or massive. Instead of very small, tiny works beautifully.
For food, delicious and mouth-watering when it's good, disgusting or gross when it's bad.
And for emotions, you now have words like thrilled, delighted, exhausted, furious, astonished, and shocked.
And the big rule, don't use very with these strong adjectives.
Right, because they're already strong. And if you want extra emphasis, you can use absolutely or completely.
That rule alone clears up so much confusion.
Now, I want to speak directly to our listeners for a moment. Don't try to use all these words today. That's too much pressure.
Yeah, that would feel overwhelming.
Choose one or two. Use them today. Maybe describe your meal, maybe describe how your day felt. Small steps build real confidence.
I like that. One word at a time.
And remember, mistakes are part of learning. If you hesitate, if you pause, if you choose the wrong word, that's still progress.
Because you're trying.
Exactly. And that's what matters. At Speak English Daily, we don't want perfect English. We want expressive, confident, real English.
I feel like today's lesson gave my English a personality.
That's a beautiful way to say it. And if you're listening right now and practicing along with us, we're proud of you.
Truly, learning a language takes courage.
Keep listening, keep noticing how people speak, keep choosing words that match how you feel.
And most importantly, don't be afraid to sound expressive. Your emotions belong in your English.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, keep speaking, keep practicing, and let your English show how you really feel.